Hi, I'm Felicia. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is Friday, February 6th, and I gotta go do something fun today because right now I have a couple guys outside of my front yard excavating it and digging it up, and they're installing a new main drain pipe because we needed a new one. Apparently, we just moved into this house just a little over a week ago, and we discovered very quickly that the plumbing was not working properly, and the old cast iron pipe was completely cracked and eroded and falling apart, and there were tree roots in it, and you could barely fit a scope through certain parts of the pipe because it was that bad. And so we're getting a new PVC pipe put in, and we shouldn't have any issues because this is costing, with what they did yesterday, about $7,000. So not too thrilled about that, but I am happy that we're going to be getting working plumbing in our house and that we have an 18-year warranty on it. I've heard PVC pipes can last like 100 years, so I think we'll be good for a while, but I wasn't expecting to do such a big major home repair immediately upon moving into our house. So that's where the disappointment comes in, which is why I want to go out and do something fun so that I can take my mind off of it and not be here while all of that noise and digging is going on. I also can't use the water while they're installing the pipes, so I figured let's just get out of here for a while and come back when they're wrapping up the job. So I think my idea is to stop and get something to eat and go to the aquarium. We just stopped for a quick bite to eat from McDonald's. My daughter's enjoying her Happy Meal behind me there. When I went through the drive-thru, the young man at the window was so cute. He was like, "Your dress is very beautiful." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, thank you." I guess it was a good pick for today. It's a warm day today. It's supposed to be like 82 degrees. I love it. It's February and it's 82 degrees. I like Texas. This piece of hair just did not want to stay in the braid. It's a little short. I should have put some pins in it or something, but it doesn't really matter. We're just going to the aquarium. We're going to go look at some sea creatures and fish, and my daughter will be so excited. She loves ocean animals. We're here. We finally found the aquarium. I was getting a little lost at a few points trying to get here. I'm not used to these freeways in Texas. There's lots of ramps and lots of lanes that turn into exits when you least expect it. And anyway, I'm still navigating and figuring it out. But we made it. I'm going to put my glasses on because it is a nice, bright, sunny day. And I'm excited to go see some ocean life. Let's go. This is a cool room. Starfish. This is a pretty cool aquarium. I think we went on a good day too. There's hardly anybody here. Interesting. We're in the kids' cave. Ooh, spooky. Stingray. Look, a turtle.
Oh, seagrass, yes.
He's so big.
Dragon.
I love tunnels in aquariums. I think it's so magical. Look at this one. Look at the jellyfish. I love jellyfish. I think they are super cool. many fishes. We just touched some starfish. It's really hard to get my daughter to use one finger, but she managed to, and she did a good job. Well, the aquarium was loads of fun. I think my daughter really enjoyed herself, but she got a little overstimulated by everything and didn't really want to leave. I did get her to leave successfully without any incident, but as soon as we exited the aquarium, she saw this attraction they have out in the middle of the mall. The aquarium was in a mall, and it's a thing where kids get harnessed and they jump on trampolines, and they kind of get bungee jumped really high up in the air, and she's too little for that. But she saw that and just went crazy wanting to go on it. She kept saying bounce, 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 and she was trying to like run into the, through the gate, and I'm like, no, we're gonna go home. But she was throwing a huge tantrum, and she kicked her shoes off, and there was this older woman sitting on a bench with her 3 little grandkids, and she came over to help, and she was like, I was a kindergarten teacher for 30 years, and I was like, oh, thank you for trying to help. She tried to carry her, but she was flinging around. She wouldn't be picked up. She was throwing herself on the ground, rolling around, having probably the worst meltdown I've actually ever seen her have, which is kind of like, I don't want to cry. But she hasn't acted like that since she was a baby. She's really sensory seeking. There are times when I think about her autism, and I think she's actually fine. She doesn't even act autistic all the time, and we've done so much early intervention and things for her. We've worked really hard on it. She just had a full meltdown. This lady could see that I'm obviously pregnant, and she's like, you shouldn't carry her, let me. And of course she tried, and my daughter just wriggled right on out of that. But she helped me carry our things out. She kept trying to distract her. She did a good job, honestly. If it wasn't for her, it would have taken me 3 times as long to get out to the car. She helped us walk all the way out to our car. I just thought that was very kind of her. I don't even get her name or anything. So thank you, Jesus. Thank you for sending her over my way, because I did not expect that to happen. She was well behaved, really, until then. It's gonna be hard when I have my son, when I have my baby, and he's got his own disabilities and challenges. I want to still be able to go out and do things, like other families do. No more tears. I signed up for these classes at our church about navigating motherhood, and they have childcare during the lessons, and the special needs director said that she didn't think Cora needed to be with the special needs group of kids during that she could be with the other 3-year-olds as long as she had a buddy assigned to her. So they're going to have a volunteer, be there specifically just to give her a little extra, guidance. That was just the other day when she said that to me, and I kind of thought, you know what, she's right. Maybe my daughter can, participate with other kids her age and have no problem. But then things like what just happened now today it's upsetting, because it felt like a big regression. I don't want to cry anymore about it. Did not expect to cry today. I thought we were going to have a nice, lovely day. Oh no, the makeup's wiped off my nose. I'm stopping at Dutch Brothers and getting myself a Palm Beach Rebel. It's probably one of my favorites. I can't have it all the time because I'm pregnant. I have to watch the caffeine. So, because I did have a soda earlier today, this is a little, maybe a little too much caffeine than I should be having in a day, but this will be it, obviously, for the rest of the day. And I only do it maybe, well, I don't know, once a week at most. Lately I have been anyway. But yeah, I gotta start cutting back on that. 1 for the budget, and 2 for the sugar and caffeine. But knowing I don't have gestational diabetes, my glucose test came back well in the normal range. I'm feeling like I need a little treat after that emotionally taxing experience that we just had outside of the aquarium. I think I need it. I need something to take the edge off a little bit. Rebels from Dutch Brothers are kind of my vice. It's what gets me through a tough time. It's my comfort food or drink, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna get a couple ice sweaters for the guys working outside of my house right now too. So they'll probably appreciate that in this 81-degree weather. They did a good job making this too. I needed that. I love a Palm Beach Rebel. I'm back home and the guys are still hard at work in the front yard. They've installed the pipe and at this point they just have to fill it back in, the big trench that they dug. And also before they do that, they're fixing the drain or the gutter drain. So when they did their excavation, they accidentally severed a gutter drain. So my gutters to my house, at least one of them goes down into the ground. They also did disconnect an old cable internet line. Luckily it didn't affect us because we have a different service provider that is hooked up via the backyard. And anyway, they had that service provider come out, their technician come out and look at it, and they're like, it's your lucky day because that was a dead line. So they don't have to replace that or worry about that. It was a very expensive job and it wasn't where I wanted to, put my money, but it's done and it's a good end to the day to have working plumbing. I got kind of emotional earlier today after the aquarium when I saw how my daughter got so upset. And I mean, I'm a pretty empathetic person, so I think part of it was that, just feeling like so bad for my daughter that she has such difficulty regulating herself and her emotions. And I wish there was a magic trick. I wish there was something I could do to just make her feel better instantly. Every little trick that I knew of wasn't working, and she was just having a big old fit. It'll get better in time as she gets older, at least I hope so. And so it's really just kind of shedding light onto everything for me that, even though I think she's doing so well, and she is, I still can't, put her therapies to the side. We've only been here a few weeks and I've been trying to get her established with her ABA therapy, speech, OT. I'm kind of getting slow responses from these, well, actually no responses from these providers that I've been trying to, work with. And that's also kind of frustrating. And I think that's unfortunately how it is. That's how I experienced things in Oregon. It took, anywhere from 5 to 6 months to an entire year just to get her established with care. And so that's why I'm frustrated that I'm not getting responses from people. I've just got to be advocating much harder, and today really just let me know that I can't stop. She needs her therapies. She needs to be getting all the help she can get. I think one thing that does sort of make me feel bad a little bit is that other people can see it. Autism is usually an invisible disability, but I've been experiencing people see it. On her, it's been more visible. And, whether it's a waitress at a restaurant who's sympathizing or empathizing because she has an autistic kid who also likes to hide under the table, or whether it's this kindergarten teacher who can recognize an autistic meltdown when she sees it. I'm not going to get emotional. I'm done crying for the day. My son is going to have a very visible disability, and I'm just optimistic, like maybe things will be easier for her. So anyway, it's been an emotional day. I just love my children so much. I love my daughter. I love her when she's having a full meltdown and trying to slap me in the face, and when she's being super sweet and giving me hugs and kisses. And, you know, I'll take her anyway. I love her so much. And I know everything's going to work out and everything's going to be okay. But I do have a lot of concerns about when my son is born and he's got his problems and how I'm going to juggle both of them. It's going to be a lot. I have a lot on my plate, and, you know, it's what I was meant to do. I was meant to be a mom, and apparently I was meant to be a mom to special needs children. And so I'm going to do the very best I can and hold it together and do whatever I can possibly do for them. I think I'm going to call it a video for the day. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. I'll be back tomorrow to do another video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I would appreciate that. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye!